So last episode we did Leaf Cup, and let's get right into what we're doing for today's episode and start the time trials for Lightning Cup, which are going to be interesting. Especially Grumbling Volcano. Because I think out of the four, that one could definitely be the hardest out of the four. So what weight class is Iggy? I think Iggy might be a large. Maybe? Maybe. So I'm kind of surprised they didn't go with Metal Mario for this one. Because, like, you know, the whole Mario 64 connotation for this one. Like the emphasis on Mario 64. With the fact that this is referencing a 64 course, sort of thing. I think that is the closest we've ever been. I think. I believe. On either end of the spectrum. 0.013 seconds. Oh, yeah. Milliseconds are seconds, right? And by what I mean by that is milliseconds are thingy things. Like they are the decimals of seconds, right? So what are nanoseconds? Are they similar to milliseconds? Definitely something needs to look up. I think. Also, holy shit! Have not been using my mushrooms. Although, I don't think you need to use mushrooms for some of these. In fact, I would... If I wanted to be risky, I might try out a thing without using mushrooms. I wonder why they used that build. So I wonder if they knew about the good things. Anyway, before I continue on with that thought, here is the Miiverse stamp you get in the Wii version for beating TikTok clocks time trials, and let's get on with Piranha Plant Pipeway, the 3 Ps. Yeah, I wonder if they knew about certain builds and how good they were. And if they did, I wonder if there was a limitation on what builds they could do. So how do they do this whole time trial thing? Okay, who do they choose? How do they go about choosing these? Are these just bots that they chose a certain path for? Like what? Or like, do they just sit around they're having like some tournament for this? Because like that I would love to see, if that is how they do it. Just choose some people that have the best times out of the development team. Okay, shit. I really hope that like that is how they do that. Cause like that would be a really fun thing to see. Although if they don't do that, and it's like they just use the bots and like they make it so like they choose a certainly good route, like a route they think is good for these tracks, like I think that'll be cool. Good too. Not as interesting as having a tournament in the company. Because like that being said, I think there's only a certain amount of like there's a set few people on this. Because I think we've gone against Polly a few times now. Like that would kind of mean that they are pretty good at this game. If they keep getting good times. How fast is that way? Okay, would we be in the lead if I didn't fuck up? That is the question. I'm not too sure on that, honestly. Okay. This could be a tight one. Although I guess that being said, okay, yeah. The problem I can foresee on this one is the fact that they've got an inward turning bike, so they've got really good, like, they can take that truck out really well. Although I think that being said, most of my time lost there was because they did fall off. But anyway, here's future me doing this battle and not falling off. So Piranha Plant Pipeway, mostly wasn't an issue. Something that I needed to do was not fall off, and as you'll come to see later, yeah, I do exactly that, but I am still able to win this as, really only the main fix was, some tight turns. Those two 90-degree turns back to back, that was an issue. Earlier on in these attempts, I did try tricking off the pipe that lays on the ground there, but I found if I did that, I'll take the second 90-degree turn too wide and end up hitting the wall, losing a lot of the speed I would gain from doing that. Another thing to note is kind of sticking to the water whenever you can, but occasionally getting out of the water does kind of benefit you, as the water current will give you a little boost in speed, basically. I want to say I never really had any luck with the top path there, in before the Piranha Plant. I'm not sure why that is. Maybe I'm just so light that I don't get enough of a height boost from it, basically. But yeah, apart from those things, I would definitely say that this one kind of falls into the whole category of it's kind of so simple that not really a lot of shortcuts are needed. It's just more so nailing the path you take throughout the entire course, basically. So I would love to see what my time would be if I didn't fall off. Because I think I barely beat this one, as is. But doing it without the mistake would be cool to see. But yeah, as we finish up, I will send you back to In the Moment OTs. Here is the Miiverse stamp for beating Piranha Plant Pipeway's time trial. And, oh boy, let us begin Grumble Volcano. Because I think, this one can be tough. It was going to be tough. Because I think this Ghost Starter has a good, okay, wow. It has a good build. Then I think there's a shortcut around here that I'm not too confident on that they do take. So I guess on the topic of that, how many attempts did they get? Did they get an infinite amount, or like was it just a one-on-one sort of thing? Because like some of these I can definitely see them resetting over and over again to get a good time. Because like there's a little bit of RNG, you kind of need to be perfect on that. Okay, when does that shortcut open up? I don't know. Okay, let's try our best to catch up. I'm not entirely sure how that's gonna go. Is the top path faster? I think this means that the top path is like slightly faster. Well, I guess that makes sense since like you are kind of going you're going into the turn instead of going against it, I think. I think that's what they mean. Or what it means. Okay. Is that more or less time saved? I do not know. So I think they might be taking some of these corners really tight, I think. I'm not entirely sure. Okay. Okay. It's probably a reason why I'm losing some time here. Probably. Shit. I noticed that they weren't taking that shortcut and I was like, oh shit, I can take the shortcut and overtake them. That's not what happened. So I think they might have adjusted this. Or some of these then. But anyway, here's me doing this again, but better. Grumble Volcano, again sort of falls into the category of, it's so simple that all that is needed are, just adjustments on the, pathing you take, but, something you will see a lot here is that the, turns are so tight that, sometimes I kinda can't help myself but go into the rough. Just sort of the nature of the whole thing. Also, I would like to say that the shortcut on the third lap isn't necessary, but that is the reason why I did end up winning this. Although that being said, a lot of my attempts got to that point and failed because I didn't make the jump. That jump specifically is not something I do a lot as well. There's not a lot of chances to take that jump. Again, like, only in the third lap. And I want to say, a lot of the time I'm either in first place so I don't have a lot of mushrooms, or if I do have a mushroom and I'm in a spot where I can win, taking that shortcut is not really the first thing on my mind. But yeah, it kind of feels weird to see the ghost data not take that shortcut as I'm fairly sure on the Wii U version it does use that shortcut, and that's how I learnt about that shortcut, I think? I believe. But I guess they just sort of thought that that was sort of so hard that they kind of needed to adjust this. Maybe. I could be misremembering something, or rather. Also, I'm not entirely sure how much of a time saver ticking those ramps are. I'm not entirely sure, but that is probably something I need to look into. But yeah, taking that shortcut puts me ahead of the Staff Ghost, and I end up winning. But yeah, back to In the Moment Ortiz. As you know, here is the Miiverse stamp for beating Grumble Volcano in the time trial mode. And final bass track of the Wii U version is Rainbow Road from the N64, and that seems like a good time. Can we stack up against it? That is going to be the question. I am a little bit nervous to say the least. I don't think that build is that great, to be honest. I definitely think we can do better. Maybe. Although maybe because like Metal Mario is like kind of a good character, they kind of nerfed it a little bit with that fact. And being honest, I saw the train there in my provisional vision. I was like, oh, that's Metal Mario. What the fuck is he doing over there? But no, that's just the train. We're not racing against the train. This is not GTA. How many times in GTA are trains involved in some way? Because I know San Andreas uses a few, so that's not a lot of time we saved. I think we can save a little more. Maybe. I'm taking this turn really tight, holy shit. Also mushrooms. Although I think that being said, maybe. Maybe. Did they fall off just then? It kind of seemed like they fell off. Anyway, what I was going to say is, if I didn't beat this on this attempt, what I'll do is probably in future attempts attempt to do this without mushrooms, just because. But yeah, here is the Neva stamp for beating N64 Rainbow Road in time trial mode. And next episode, we begin the added-on courses to this game. But until then, that is when I'll see you.